So to me, health and fitness is kind of all about quality of life. So I don't want to take up all of your all's time talking about my life story, but just kind of briefly, I grew up with parents that were, at the time, I didn't really know it, but they were really unhealthy. Health and fitness like wasn't even something that was really like brought up in my home. They had a lot of chronic conditions like diabetes and orthopedic issues and all of that, things that like I didn't really think about as a kid, but I have no memories of us doing like anything like family fitness or anything like that. And like I said, I didn't really understand the full scope of the medical problems that we had until much later. And unfortunately, both of them died very early in life. My mother, she passed away from cancer, and I can't say that she would have gotten cancer had she led a more healthy lifestyle. But I mean, it's possible that it's something that would have either been caught sooner, or who knows, it maybe could have been prevented. Um, so also, I'm a PT. I work in the hospital setting, and the good majority of our patients that we see are suffering from conditions that could have been prevented should they have taken better care of themselves earlier on. So I watch these people and I just see a really poor quality of life. And that is kind of my why for why, this is important to me. So I have a quote from a friend that they said, and this is probably not an original quote, but the best time to build a tree was 50 years ago, but the second best time to build a tree is today. So that idea of, maybe I should have started on my health and fitness journey 10 years ago, but, I can start today. And a big part about being a coach is helping people realize that now. So being that kind of catalyst for change for people now. So the problem with that is it's hard. It's hard to be healthy and fit sometimes. And, we have to kind of work through challenges. So that's why I said that you guys, need to kind of focus on what are maybe some challenges that you're overcoming. But like for me, I'm a mom, I'm a full-time mom. I'll go ahead and just advance to the next slide because I've got some of that stuff on there. So I'm a full-time mom. I'm married to Tyler. This is Josie and Maggie here. Josie's 5, Maggie's 3. I work full-time as a physical therapist. My husband and I have a lot of student loan debt. And as I have kind of alluded to, like I work a second job in a different hospital just to like really tackle the debt because my husband and I really wanted to push through it. But part of this coaching opportunity has allowed me to step away from that job, which is another thing I'll get to and share with you guys. So, I didn't have ever considered myself like a coach type person. But I found Beachbody 2 years ago when I actually heard the infomercial came up at the gym, and I thought, well, that looks kind of interesting. And so I signed up. I got assigned to a random coach because if you didn't know already, if you join Beachbody, you get a coach, whether you know it or not. And luckily, my person was really involved, and she contacted me right away. And she said, I want you to download this app, and I want to add you to all these groups. And I mean, I just went with it. Through some other things, she actually had to step away. So I actually, through a coworker, found Tate because she told me, hey, you can join my husband's team and have somebody local. And I was like, that is awesome. So Tate was actually the first person to even ever ask me, like, what about the coaching opportunity? And like I said, I'm not a coach type. But I think he asked me maybe a couple more times. And so I wanted to do a new program in the app that came out this summer. And Tate was like, well, you can do it, but it is a coach. Like our first group of people going through this is a coach. So you got to be a coach. And I was like, well, I don't have to do anything, right? Like I can just sign up and do the program. And, he's like, yeah, you don't have to do anything. And I was like, great. So never would I have thought maybe in July that 5 months later or whatever, I'd be sitting here doing a coach sneak peek with you all. So all things are possible. But we'll kind of talk about some of the ranks in Beachbody, but I'm an Emerald coach. That just means I have added some people to my team and my team is growing. So that's the first kind of rank. And I love all the programs that Beachbody has to offer. I put on here MBF and 10 rounds were my favorite. And just a little something about me. My husband works in ministry at our church. And so that's really important to me. I love to be involved at my church. So that's about me. So we will move on. So a little bit about Beachbody. I don't know like if everybody knows everything Beachbody, but Beachbody was actually founded by Carl Deichler and John Congdon in 1998. So their whole purpose was to help people achieve healthy, fulfilling life. So they actually started their their company through infomercials. So they really focused on programs that required like a big commitment. So it was a lot different than like, those infomercials that you see where it's like, apply this cream and lose weight immediately, or take this supplement and you'll see results next week. Like, it actually took dedication and commitment to work through the programs that they were really advertising. And a lot of people have heard of a lot of these programs. But way before social media, I learned all these facts. This is really fun. But there used to be things called message boards. And I mean, I guess I don't know that I'm quite old enough to remember exactly all that stuff, but I do know what they were talking about. But people were like creating these message boards where they were talking about like what programs they were doing, and they were encouraging each other, and kind of just this little community formed. And so the founders were like, why don't we like reward these people for like encouraging each other and selling our products basically like they were coaches. So in 2007 they created Team Beachbody, and they made a coach opportunity. So these are all the things that have followed since that time. You have like the introduction of Shakeology, you have Insanity, like P90X, like all this stuff, T25. A lot of people have heard of these programs. 21 Day Fix is huge. So it has just continued to grow, and it keeps growing. I like how they have this little like top secret sign, but basically things just keep growing. So in 2000, I believe it was 2015, they kind of launched like the on-demand, to where you could instead of all the DVDs and things like that, you were gonna have access to an on-demand platform. So I think that's kind of what I want to say about that. So what makes Beachbody unique, or being a Beachbody coach? So you've kind of got these 4 pillars of Team Beachbody. So it's fitness, nutrition, peer support, and rewards. So we're going to kind of go through each of those things and talk about what that means. So fitness, obviously a lot of you are already in groups or about Beachbody, but the on-demand platform has all the programs. There's over 1,400 workouts that are amazing. You can access them on your TV, your computer, your tablet, your phone. You have access to all kinds of things. So that it's world-class fitness. Everybody kind of already knows that. Like you said, or like I said, you've probably heard of some of the programs that are out there, even before you came to Beachbody. So then we're going to talk about kind of different parts of the nutrition, but a big highlight is Shakeology. They like to call it the coach secret weapon. Shakeology is not a protein shake. I mean, you hear about people who take protein shakes, after they work out or whatever. Like, this is not the purpose of this shake. So Shakeology is more of just a dense nutrition shake. They call it a superfood shake. If you went to Whole Foods and you bought like 70 different like fruits, vegetables, supplements, items, blended it all together, it would probably cost you about $40, and that's what it would take to get what you get in a glass of Shakeology. So it's an amazing product that has all kinds of stuff in it. It has proteins, vitamins, minerals, things that reduce hunger, reduce your sugar cravings, antioxidants and phytonutrients that help you detoxify and protect your body. Adaptogens, they help give you energy and combat stress, which is super important. And they have like prebiotics, probiotics, and fiber that help with your digestion and regularity. So I've been drinking Shakeology since I became a coach, and my husband actually started drinking it too. And he's been a little more difficult to motivate on the exercise end, but he does the Shakeology kind of religiously, and he's lost 20 pounds just doing Shakeology. So I mean, that speaks a lot to like nutrition is important in our health and fitness journeys, but it really is. Like, I do it as a breakfast shake. Every morning I mix it up because like I have it sitting right here, but I have vanilla and chocolate, and I can go between the two. Like, I like banana and peanut butter in it. I like to put frozen cherries in the chocolate one. Like, there's all different ways you can mix it, or you can drink it just straight if you like it that way. But it is a really like vital piece of the puzzle in terms of nutrition. So that's a little bit about Shakeology. Next, we also have nutrition supplements. And so here in the middle, like the Energize and the Recover, those things are considered pre and post workout. So Recover is like a protein shake. Like when you talk about taking a protein shake after workouts, that's what Recover is. So that is very different from Shakeology. And then Energize is the pre-workout. It's natural. There's no like crazy added ingredients. Like it's all natural. And like I use that every morning before I work out, and it makes a big difference in my workout. I don't know, I don't use the collagen, but a lot of people like that. For like hair, skin, and nails type of supplement that you can use. I know some other people on our team do. And then Beach Bars, this is not everything that Beachbody has to offer, but I just kind of threw some of the highlights in there. Beach Bars are amazing. They're an amazing snack. I love them. And then the other piece of nutrition is the actual nutrition program. So Ultimate Portion Fix, I don't know what happened there. There's like a million Ultimate Portion Fix. That's the container system. A lot of people have heard of that. That was created by Autumn Calabrese, who also does the 21-Day Fix. And then over here, Ilana Mostein's 2D Mindset. That is also amazing. I used to be a container girl all the way, but recently I kind of switched it up and gone to 2D Mindset, and it has a lot to offer. It's more about like balancing macros and your plate and percentages and getting more vegetables and water in. And it's actually a lot more doable for me. So both of those programs are sponsored by Beachbody, and they come with both like all Beachbody programs challenge pack. So that's an amazing deal. The third pillar is peer support. So I put in a little screenshot here of our team call because part of being a coach is being on a team. And our particular team meets on Monday nights. We do a Zoom call, and they're about 30 to 45 minutes. But that is like the heart of this. I have never met pretty much any of these people in person except for Jen, which is really funny to me, but they're like my family. I know like throughout the day and the week we're communicating, just little encouragements here and there. Being a coach, you need to be kind of doing personal development. That's the other thing here. This is a personal development plan that I made for myself, just books that I'd like to read and I'm working through. But you cannot lead others if you have not developed yourself as a leader. So that's kind of the big idea of the peer support, is you have this group of people that is encouraging you to grow and be better, so that you can more effectively help people reach their health and fitness goals. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as well, but that's kind of the peer support pillar. And then the last one is rewards, which everybody likes to hear about. So rewards come in the form of commissions, product discounts, bonuses for team growth, reward trips, leadership trips. There's something called Success Club trip. There's recognition through the company, learning and personal development.
Erin,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry to interrupt, but you're really garbly. It's really hard to hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't know if your mic is rubbing on your shirt or something.
Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So Beachbody Challenge winners, that's all part of the reward system. So we'll kind of talk a little bit about more of those too, but that's just kind of the overview. Okay, so why partner with Beachbody? So these are just kind of some facts about Beachbody. But it's the 69th fastest growing business in America, the Better Business Bureau Hall of Fame, and they have an A+ rating. It's a debt-free $1 billion company, and it's the #1 fitness infomercial company in America. And they spend over $125 million annually on advertising, and they're adding about 75,000 new customers every week, which is huge because part of being a coach, like as you work your way up, like if you're an Emerald or higher, you're going to get referrals from the company. So these 75 new customers that join every week, some of them are joining because they heard an infomercial or because they saw an advertisement. And like I said, if you're a Beachbody member, you're going to get a coach whether you know it or not. So I've gotten several customers randomly from the company because of the way they allocate the customers. So that's kind of a cool way to get more people on your team. So how do you earn income? So these are kind of the main ways that you earn money. So commission, I think everybody kind of knows what commission is, but you get 25% on retail products that you sell and 40% commission on BOD membership. So like when you have a customer that has a 12-month BOD membership and they renew for $99, you are going to make $40 off of that. And then 25% on like Shakeology, I believe that's the same with like the challenge pack. So like you sell a challenge pack that's $160, like you're going to get 50. So I think that's right, 40 or $50. Team bonus cycles, that's something extra. So as you build your team, you have more people developing volume. So different ranks get different pay scales, but basically every time your team sells $300, you're going to earn an extra bonus like $14, $16, or $18 based on your rank. So that may not seem like much, but say your team sells $1,000 one week and you're able to go through that cycle like several times, like that's going to add up really quickly. So that's a big deal. There's a 10% match on bonuses, like for your personal sponsored coach, like Jen is one of my personal sponsored coaches. So if she generates a certain volume, like I'm going to get a 10% match from her. And then profit sharing is for like higher level ranks, but it's something that you can earn quarterly, and it's a 0.02% of net profit that is split among those higher ranking people, but it can be a significant bonus. Obviously, I'm not there yet, so I'm not getting that, but one day I'll be there and making extra money on the side. Okay, so that's kind of the basic ways of earning income. So how much can a coach actually make? These are from the 2019 audited coach earnings statement. So over here is the different ranks from lowest to highest. So you can kind of see like these are the higher earnings. So like coach, just a coach status, that means they're kind of operating on their own. They haven't advanced or built their team really with additional coaches. So a high volume earner would get 37,000 in 2019, but the average coach earned 427. So on and so forth, all the way up to Star Diamond here. The high earning was $3 million, which is kind of blows your mind. But the average earning there was 117,000. So that's just a wide range of income where you can go there. So you may be asking, what do I invest? Like, how do I get started? So there is a $40 coach sign up fee. That is a one-time fee. The cool thing about that is you can pay that, or you can buy a challenge pack, which gives you a year's worth of bod membership, 1 month of Shakeology, and a bunch of other cool stuff, and that waives the $40 fee. So, I mean, that is absolutely the best way to do it. If you ever, at any time, buy a challenge pack, even if, say you signed up now and paid $40 to be a coach, but then later buy a challenge pack, you can submit a form to have that reimbursed. So that is something that can be reimbursed at a later time. After that, there's a $15.95 business service fee that you would continue to pay to stay as an active coach. What does that actually cover? I know a lot of people are like, why are I going to pay $16? It actually covers a lot. So all of your training resources are in there. It runs your coach online office. It covers your website. You don't have to deal with customer service in terms of like, say somebody has a problem with their order, like you can direct them to a web page that will help them like sort through that. Like you don't actually have to deal with that. You're also paying like for warehousing, so that you don't have to buy 15 bags of Shakeology and store it in your pantry, hoping that somebody will like buy it before it expires, like stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that. Beachbody is going to take care of all of that storage stuff, because I've definitely heard of places like Mary Kay where you need to keep your own inventory and stuff like that. So they take care of that, which is awesome. Also, side note, if you've been in the military, that monthly fee is actually waived. So that's really nice for our military folks. So what training and resources will I have? Like how, I know you might be thinking like, if I sign up for this, like I have no idea like how I'm going to deal with all of that. Like I don't know how I'm going to get trained. Well, they have lots of training tools. What I've listed right here. So Dynasty Strong is like, if Tate is my upline coach, Tate's upline coach is named Scotty, and his team is Dynasty Strong. So we're like grandfathered into that team. So Scotty is very big up the ladder from me, but he's got a whole training website, the Business Center, and the Coach Office has training videos. There's weekly communication from Beachbody directly through we call it a national wake up call. It's on Mondays, but it's just a way to like hear what's happening in the business and then usually like focus on a coach story, which is always really cool because there's so many different coaches out there, and it's really fun to hear how different people got started or something that's working for somebody, or they just give you really, they inspire you and give you some really great ideas. Like I said before, we have weekly team calls. They're not required, but I find that I want to be there. I really miss it if I have to miss for some reason. We record them because they're on Zoom and you can do that. And I like want to listen immediately if I have to miss it for something. So it kind of becomes, like I said, a little family that you want to be there, you want to be part of it, but no, it's not required that you be there. Beachbody is big on social media. They've got a Team Beachbody 411 page for coaches. They have a Beachbody Champions training page. There's various webinars that they put out. There's leadership training, and then you have the accountability built in within your team. So there is no lack of training. I can say that. You don't know everything going into it, but as we've all been told, like this is a do and then learn kind of business. So you're not going to know it all when you start, and you don't have to know it all. That's the beauty of the business, is you can just kind of start sharing about your journey and learn as you go, like, and your team will grow. So how do I get started? If you've listened and made it through all this and you think maybe I am kind of interested in that, so there's kind of some questions to ask yourself. So if you're already a part of Beachbody, like say you're already a customer, and you kind of feel like, I'm really growing in my own health and fitness, and I want to help others with their goals, whether that be friends or family or beyond, you can be a coach. Like I said, it's a $40 one-time fee, waived if you are purchasing a challenge pack. You get 25% savings on all future orders. You're going to earn money for the people that you refer, and you have ability to build a great team. But if you're kind of like still kind of new or just getting your toes in or thinking about it, and you say, I'm ready to join a challenge group to achieve my own health and fitness goals, but maybe you don't feel ready yet to help others, like there's more of the customer route. But as you can see here, the challenge pack costs the same whether you sign up as customer or coach. You don't get any extra savings, and obviously you're not going to get commissions as a customer. So we'll talk a little bit more about different ways to coach or different types of coaches, but that's kind of a summary screen there. So like I said, if you've sat through this presentation and you think maybe I would actually like to do this, so we might be what's the next step. The coach that invited you tonight, you would just let them know, hey, I'm ready to start, and they would send you what we call a share card. Some of you may have seen those before or signed up with a share card. You would just, once you sign up and click the link and pay your $40 or purchase your challenge pack, you're officially a coach, and you can start earning that 25% discount and building your team. So this is kind of the screen I wanted to highlight, but like Beachbody coaches come in like various forms. It's your business, so it's your rules. So 3 different ways to kind of think about the coaching opportunity. You can be a discount coach. That's that first column over here. So say you are really involved in Beachbody right now, like you love the workout programs, you love Shakeology, and you're drinking it regularly. There is no question in my mind that you should be a coach for the discount. You're going to save 25%. So instead of that $130 a month, it takes it down to $97. You don't have to sell anything. Like it's not a requirement that you make sales. Like nobody's holding you to a standard to say you must make X number of sales this month. You don't have to do it. It's your business. You still have to pay the coach business service fee, but when you factor that in with the savings you get, you're still saving $15 a month, which maybe doesn't sound like a lot, but say you use Energize and like the beach bars, and maybe you want to try the collagen, like it wraps up. Like you're going to save a lot of money just by being a coach for the discount. The second tier is the hobby coach. So this is probably where a lot of people fall, but maybe you have a full-time job or you stay home with your kids, you love all the products, and maybe you also like talking about the products to your friends and family, or say you're talking to your friend and they start asking you about what you're doing. Well, if you're already at the coach level, you have the opportunity to say, oh yeah, I'm doing MDF and I drink Shakeology and I can get you signed up, and you would make the commission off of that sale. Whereas if you were just a customer and say you're my customer and your friend starts talking to you and they ask you about it and you're like, oh yeah, just talk to Erin and she'll get you signed up. Well, then I'm going to make the commission, which is fine with me, but I'd rather you get it because you did the work of sharing with your friends. So you can participate, like this says, you can earn extra income and you can participate in team events. But again, like that's kind of a more organic like way to develop your business. Like it's more of a hobby. You're making a little side cash, but you're not like all out trying to run a business. So that's the hobby coach. And the last one here is business builder. So this is for somebody who's really looking to build a life of freedom. They want to run their own team, and there's a potential here for full-time income with part-time hours. So like, for example, in my life, like I love my job as a physical therapist. I paid a lot of money to go to school for that. I don't know if I would ever leave it, but I've got 2 little girls, and it would be huge to me if I didn't need the job. Like, my husband's in ministry. I love our church. I love what he does, but ministry doesn't make a lot of money. Surprise, surprise. But, if I could cut back some hours at work because I'm making extra income with Beachbody enough to replace my job and work is optional, I would be that much better of a physical therapist, I think, because I'd be so happy to be there. I'd be like, well, I showed up today because I just wanted to. So, having that freedom to just kind of decide what I want to do and be home with my girls when I want to be home and do the things that is best for our family. So that's where I'm going with this. I am going as far as I can possibly go, and I am excited about it, and I believe I can do it, and I believe that y'all can do it too. So we can answer more questions about that, but questions just to ask yourself, what could becoming a coach do for me? Like I said, like I want to get to a place of financial freedom with this. So I want to pay off all of our student loan debt. I want to pay off our house. I want to go part-time at work. So those are my big goals and dreams. And then you want to think about who can I help? So I know all of you all know at least 5 people in your life that need the solution, whether they know it or not yet. The people that need this. And you could be the catalyst for change for them. So kind of like bringing it back to the beginning, like what is a challenge in health and fitness and how can I help people? Like this right here, is one of the best ways you can help people, because when people feel good, like when they get health and fitness in mind, they can feel their best, they can do more, they can be that for other people, and I believe that can make the world a better place. So if anybody, I'm done talking, so if anybody has any questions, feel free. I think I can stop my share here and unmute you guys.